We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquiggums. Triangle strategy continues now. So we are currently in our little encampment. We've went and done the mock battle in the last dealie, and now we're gonna go talk to our compatriot over here, Lord Serenoa. I owe you a debt of gratitude. At last, I may pursue my research free from the Ministry's stifling orders. I am a student of ice magic, particularly the fascinating crystalline structures of the ice itself. You see, as the surface melts, a quasi-liquid layer forms, and forgive me, my lord, I find magic to be a fascinating topic of a conversation. Though I am but a scholar, I swear to you that I will prove that ice magic has its place on the battlefield. I mean, we've already seen it and experienced it ourselves. We are kind of aware of this. Let's take a look at the trade post. For an ally's HP by 50%, heal their status ailments and restore their lowered... Is this an item or a skill? Oh no, this is the quietest thing. Okay. Move an ally's turn to directly after your own. I think I want this. I don't like having to stop my my maneuvers. Grant. Okay, and I'm gonna wait until we get the quietest point. What is this? Oh, these are all just books. Okay. So I don't generally like to have to stop my onslaught to heal up with items. So I rely on folks like healers to heal people, and honestly, right now we don't have enough healers to do that. So, you know. All right, let's leave the encampment. All right. All right, onward we go. I guess we're going to be to Rosellean village. I wanted to read what it said up top. Sorry. You guys can go back, pause, and read. Apologies.
Greetings and welcome, Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica.
Apparently folks know us.
My name is Jerome. I bid you welcome on behalf of the Roselle.
Thank you. Hello, Jerome. Why did my auto try?
And congratulations on your engagement, as well as assuming lordship of your house.
Been a busy time
You
for
have
me.
my gratitude. We hope you will continue to lend your support to House Wolford.
You have my word. I owe your lord father a great debt.
Sweet.
Though even were that not the case, you are engaged to one of our own in Lady Frederica. Few things could bring us more joy. We shall make the finest dress you have ever seen.
Word really travels fast. We didn't even get to ask.
On that subject, I have one humble request. I would like to incorporate this pendant into the design.
Uh-oh.
The pendant you're never without.
'Tis one of a kind, left to me by my late mother.
That's gonna have some
She
significance.
was one of the Rosellan refugees who fled Hyzant during the war and found her way to Esfrost. In a twist of fate, she fell in love with the former Archduke, and thus was I born. In secret, of course.
Of course.
After I was born, she was sent back to Hyzant, where she met her end.
Oh, really?
I see why it never leaves you. Pray fashion the dress in this pendant's image.
It shall be done, my lord. Let us delay no further. Lady Frederica, please step inside, that we may take your measurements.
Thank you kindly.
The measurements may take some time, Lord Serenoa. Perhaps you'd care to take a stroll and see the village while you wait.
Sure.
I'd very much like that. Thank you.
They look like they're doing okay for themselves. I mean, it's not quite as grand as most of the stuff that we've seen so far, but it doesn't look like poverty-stricken. Perhaps I'll have a look around the village and get to know its people while they're taking our measurements. Your hair certainly does make you stand out, my lord. We don't get many visitors to our fair village. Yeah, I suppose that is true. Hello. I pray today's hunt goes well. I'd love to fetch a fine pelt for House Wolford. Aw, thank you. Wait, I can oh, I can climb the. That was that was a cool animation. I like that. So oh no, does that mean we're gonna have a battle here? Because they're like making like this looks like a pretty cool battlefield, to be honest. We must be strong and vigilant if we are to maintain the peace we have enjoyed on these lands. Well, you got nothing to worry about from me, man. I'll take your HP recovery pellet that you guys dropped, if you don't mind. What's up, man? It's no fun staying in the village all the time. I want to go play out somewhere else. But Mother gets mad at me if I go too far. You'll be able to venture further afield when you're older. And when that day comes, I'll show you both around the domain myself. But there's plenty of fun to be had here. I'm sure your mother would be pleased if you took up hunting or fishing. That's because you're precious to her. You do well to heed her words. Yeah, we'll do that one. A bit of benevolence. Wow, really? I want to see all the big ships in the harbor. Yeah, my word. We'll look at all the ships you like. Just do as your mother says for now. I will. Oh, I can't wait to grow up. Oh, child, if you only knew. Oh, if you only knew. Many of us, maybe all of us, were in a hurry to grow up as younglings. And then as the reality of adulthood and the rest of the world kind of sets in as you do finally grow up, it gives you perspective, we'll say. Though we may be under House Wolford's protection, we dare not leave the village. It was a much simpler, more innocent time being a child, we'll say. And you know, nothing outrageous. It's just, you know, the world was different or felt different when you're younger. Before you see all the horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. Being younger has its own challenges, and there's a lot of horribleness that you're going to be exposed to growing up, going through school, whether you're part of that horribleness or the one being horrible to. It does exist, but I don't consider it like a microcosm of, you know, the rest of life. So it's a challenge, a struggle, and a thing to get through, but it's one of the easier things, sadly. The goddesses faithful will haul us straight back to the source if they catch sight of us. I mean, heart-wrenching, horrible stuff, sure. I mean, of course, you know, love and acceptance and popularity, all that stuff. I mean, it doesn't get easier. Not completely, anyway. It can get a little easier. We'll just be a bit longer taking Lady Frederica's measurements. Please have a look around the village in the meanwhile. Yeah, I know. That's what I've been doing, man. Just talking to folk. We've made our home here in the valley in the hopes that we'd not be discovered. Use the lay of the land to our advantage. Like, okay, yeah, no, that's smart. It's a solid plan. So if I go up here, can I jump over to that? No. We play together almost every day. Today we're climbing the ladder to the roof and playing lookouts. Nice. Lord Simon offered us his protection without a word about our origins or our troubled history. His generosity is boundless, and I fear we shall never repay it. Instead, I simply pray that our village remains protected. I bear a great responsibility to these people. It falls to me to keep their land free from harm. It falls to me, no matter what the cost. I learned about Serenoa's duty. Hello, Elder. We came to this land in the midst of the Salt Iron War, desperate to escape Hyzon's extraordinary cruelty. Your father then granted us asylum in our hour of need, shielding us from further harm. I would have done the same. We have a duty to help those in need. That's a good one. I pray the day soon comes when you no longer require protection and are free to live your lives unfettered. Also an incredible sentiment, and I intend to honor that. Let us work together and make this land a prosperous one for your people. I pray the day. I like that. As do I, yet I hear whispers that Hyzant demands our return. I tell you now, the teachings of their beloved goddess hide untold amounts of cruelty. We will not survive it if we go back there. I pray for the future you speak of, but I know better than to blithely assume it will arrive on its own accord. Yeah, that's true. They granted the Roselle asylum on our lands. Though they once hailed from Hyzant, they are now as much part of Wolford's domain as anywhere else. I think that's it. Did I miss anything, you think? I don't think so. Alright. Oh yeah, let's conclude. Surely they'll have finished taking our measurements by now. Yes, they have. And don't call me Shirley. It's fine. Meanwhile,
Do you
Glenbrook
understand just how
Castle.
dangerous it is for a young prince to go gallivanting off on a whim?
Punish me if you will. But if I hadn't gone gallivanting, I never would have learned the state of things outside our own kingdom.
Oh? Well, if you are so interested in international affairs, then I have a fitting role for you to play.
Oh dear.
You will oversee the Grand Rosellean mines.
Father,
Okay.
it would be a privilege.
I fear that punishment would provoke no reflection, and so I would rather put your energies to work for the kingdom.
Fair.
I shan't let you down, Father.
I shan't indeed.
I am not blind to your feelings, my son. I understand that my methods vex you. Nevertheless, I ask that you stay out of harm's way, and give me no reason to worry.
Of course.
Mining is grueling, thankless work. Show the miners the appreciation they deserve.
I shall. You have my word.
The necessary provisions have been arranged, Your Highness. You are to deliver them to Dragan.
Father, may I bring Lord Wolfort? It is his job to oversee the operation after all. And his closeness with Dragan may engender goodwill.
Indubitably.
I know you trust him a great deal, Roland. But I would remind you that his betrothal now binds him to Frost. You would do well to be wary of any move he or his house might make.
I'm sorry, what did you just say to him?
So you share Franny's views on the matter. Nevertheless, Serenoa is a friend I could never hope to replace.
Yeah, wow.
A friend I trust no matter your opinion of him.
Wow. After all that we've done. After all the loyalty, wow.
Concerning words, Your Highness.
Yeah, from him.
House Wolfort must be subject to the same scrutiny as any other.
We're above board.
Roland.
Wow, okay, so that's not where I thought the betrayal was coming from, but I mean, I did mention the second most powerful house, and then, you know, I guess it all makes sense.
Bring these tidings to Gustadolf at once.
Back to Frost.
Is that everyone? Good. I have important news for all of you.
Uh-oh.
What you see before you is to be seized by the Duchy of Frost. You shall not speak of this beyond those in present company. Any who do will be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
But, Lord Dragan, are not the resources we mine destined to be shared among nations?
This matter is not up for debate. A discovery of this magnitude could reshape all of Norzellia.
Oh no. Why does he have to be the bad
And so
guy?
I ask this of you. Stand with me as I lead this great realm into a new era.
I mean, I didn't love him, but I kind of liked him.
You risk much giving us these orders.
Indeed.
I shall do exactly as you say.
It doesn't sound
I
convincing.
thank you. I have already sent the Archduke a letter informing him of our find. When I am appointed Prime Minister, I promise to reward you all handsomely for delivering me such a boon.
You are to be Prime Minister.
Or ambassador to Glenbrook, perhaps. Time will tell.
Oh,
Either way, with this I shall make my mark.
oh man.
And do what neither father nor Gustadolf ever could.
What did you find, man? What did you do? What is going on? Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Iron Stone.
What
touched
news
the
from Dragan, dear
Run.
brother?
I never dreamt our hypothesis would prove true.
So you take him at his word?
I have no choice. The spy I sent to shadow him corroborates his report.
Oh, good. There's spies. Oh,
And?
boy.
What are his demands?
He wishes to be named Prime Minister in exchange for secreting it away to Esfrost. Negotiations with Glenbrook are in the offing, should I refuse.
So he means to threaten you.
He is stronger than I believed him to be. Certainly what he has uncovered is worth the price he asks. What would you do, were you me?
Kill him, of course.
Keep the secret safe, naturally. Did you not send a spy for this very reason?
See?
Surely expected this would happen.
See?
I did, and they have been issued emergency orders.
Oh.
Then leave the rest to me.
Oh, come
I shall
on.
depart at once.
How fortunate I am to have a brother who knows me so well. Ah, Dragan, you will rue the day you dared place Glenbrook beside me on the scales of your feeble judgment.
Oh, boy.
I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel.
Yeah, this is, all sorts of bad folk, huh? Ambition is a dangerous thing. Or can be, I suppose. Okay, Rosellean village again? Sure. Alright, onward. Oh, I forgot to look in the top left that time. I'm sorry, folks. I missed some small little things. It's not that big of a deal, but still, I want to cover them all.
The dress measurements are finished at last. I applaud your patience.
Thank you.
Is it exactly as you hoped?
It is indeed. I can hardly wait to see it finished.
I am glad to hear it.
Oh. Hey, guys.
There you are.
Prince Roland. And Huette besides. What brings you here?
We were looking for you.
We inquired around Castle Wolfort and heard you all had come here.
Has something happened?
Father has asked me to keep watch over the mines. Won't you join me?
You scarcely need ask. Of course.
Cool.
A wise course of action, seeing as you will be overseeing the mining operations.
And we can present Dragan with the gifts we procured abroad.
Sweet.
A fine opportunity to get to know the man better. He is quite talented, is he not?
He is a man with grand visions for the future. That much is certain.
That's true.
I shall tell you more of him along the way.
Then let us waste not one moment more. To the mines.
To the mines.
I'll have the dress ready in time for the ceremony, my lord.
You have my thanks, Jerome.
Oh boy. Just keep waiting for that horrible thing where everything just goes into turmoil and everything changes, you know, that pivotal
Serenoa and
moment.
Frederica journey to the Rosellan village so she may be fitted for her wedding gown. The young lord gains an unexpected moment of quietude while he waits. However, Roland soon arrives with orders from King Regna to inspect the grand Rosellean mines, where Dragan has made great progress.
Okay. Well, I suppose we'll be heading there. Yeah, we got time. Us Wolford pays a visit to the Grand Rosellean mines where they are reunited with Dragan. all, you know, there's a lot of players moving in the background and a lot of players like, you know, ulterior motives.
How will
and
Gustadolf
secrets.
respond to my offer? I should think there's but one logical answer.
Yeah, you getting killed. Of course. Everybody knows that.
Should he refuse for some reason, I will need Father's aid. I must apprise him of the situation.
That's not necessarily good. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Lord Dragan, Prince Roland is here from the Crown City.
Huh.
What's this? Prince Roland and my friends of House Wolfort. To what do I owe the honor?
What's up, buddy?
Apologies for the sudden nature of our visit, Dragan. I have come on Father's orders to offer our sincere gratitude, as well as to observe the mining operation.
Splendid! The miners will no doubt be heartened by your Highness's presence.
Does the mining continue apace?
Indeed it does. There are no problems to report. And what of your trip abroad, Lord Serenoa?
It was most enlightening indeed. We even brought something for you. I do hope it's to your liking.
There you go, man.
A portrait of the goddess herself, drawn with... Is this dyed salt?
It is. I understand they are used as talismans in Hyzant.
Interesting.
This gift would fetch unfathomable value in the duchy. I cannot thank you enough.
No
It is
problem.
enough to see you happy.
I am glad our deliberations were not in vain.
Dragan, I believe it was you who said the future is in the hands of the ardent youth.
Yeah, it is.
We are of like mind. Let us shape the future together.
The ardent youth. You know, it's funny. I'm not the ardent youth
Indeed.
anymore. Except I still
That future
feel
is close at hand. I suspect we will reach across the border and ask for your cooperation in due course.
And I shall gladly assent.
Yes, we eagerly await your offer. Now then, I was thinking I might examine the quarry.
Wait, Your Highness! One of the tunnels caved in but a few days ago. I would advise against entering just now.
Did you not assure us moments ago that the mining continues apace?
The miners are working to repair the damage as we speak. It is simply too soon to allow you inside.
Was it caused by a blast?
It was, in fact. We were perhaps a bit overzealous in attempting to remove some of the bedrock.
I had no idea your explosives were so powerful. How do you make them anyway?
I would love to tell you, Your Highness, but I'm afraid we must keep some of our secrets. What I can say is that salt is a vital ingredient.
Surely you jest.
I thought you'd be surprised. I could scarcely believe it myself at first. A gargantuan tome in the archives opened my eyes to the many uses for salt, beyond seasoning our daily dishes.
weird.
And
Salt
now
is
I
so
pass what I've
prominent.
learned to you, Lord Serenoa, as
Oh?
a token of my gratitude for your visit.
You do. Is that the book? That is the book.
The power of salt.
The power of salt.
'Tis a compendium of my research on the uses of salt. I encourage you to peruse it at your leisure.
Thank you.
I most certainly shall. 'Tis a most valuable gift.
Fascinating indeed. I too would like to read it when you are through, my lord.
I look forward to hearing your impressions.
At any rate, I see the sun hangs low. Shall we save a tour of the mine for the morrow?
Yes, perhaps that would be best.
Yes, of course. I shall prepare entertainment and lodgings for your party at once.
Really? Entertainment, you say? Added the power of salt to notes. Okay, we might have to read that one. Behold the power of salt. Yes, it's glorious. The mines appear to be operating apace. Perhaps I'll survey the operation more closely until my bedding is ready. Huh, really? Really? Frost is hard at work building a rail car that will transport the ore we take from the mines. Can you imagine how much more efficient that will make the process? It should be pretty good. I've come to deliver lunch to my husband and his fellow miners. They eat like horses, and yet I still manage to make too much. Oh, well, that's nice. I never expected Prince Roland and the Lord of House Wolford himself would grace us with their presence. It's truly an honor. I thank you for making the journey. Yeah, no problem, man. You guys are here doing the work. Lord Dragan's father, Minister Svarog, is a capable man, is as capable a man as the Archduke himself. By all rights, he should be the nation's prime minister, and yet he's performing glorified border duty in the middle of nowhere. Can't imagine he's happy about it. Svarog, that's Frederica's uncle. Minister Svarog is indeed as capable as this miner would have me believe. How did he end up steward of Twinsgate? Okay, we're getting some HP recovery stuff. At some point, there's going to be some battles. We'll be sending the iron we mine here to the Consortium. They'll want to account for it all, as they do with salt and all else. The mine here is under the jurisdiction of Claris. I never met a thing he couldn't sell, that one. Alright. I know we got some shiny bits. Excuse me. Got 450 monies. Did somebody drop 450 monies? Come on. Wait, really? Am I stuck down here now? Oh, no. No, I'm not. Okay. Like, am I stuck down here now? I've been teaching the others what I gleaned from all that reading I did in the archives. We'll master the Esfrost techniques, my lord. There's no shortage of practice down in the mines. What do you have to say? It's hard labor, mining. I'll tell you, I don't see a man here I wouldn't want for my own army. If it came to it. Yeah, I suppose, man. Mining schedule to the notes. Okay. Obtain some stone. Didn't I see something else sparkling, like right around here? No. Let's talk to you. I understand a few fights broke out between the miners of Esfrost and Glenbrook at first, but such is bound to happen when two nations come together. Thankfully, they've learned to communicate, and now everything is progressing apace. I do like that word. The mine itself is larger than I imagined. I believe my hawk could fly cleanly through its tunnels. Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it? Vanguard scarf? Is that an item we can put on? I would assume we'd want to put it on you. Huh? Yeah. I wonder who you give ice resistance to. You know, honestly, we've been fighting ice mages and he kind of got his butt kicked by that. I think I'm just going to put it on him. I mean, nobody else has any resistance. Oh, that's not true. She's actually... You would think that ice resistance would be high because she's fire. Not well, whatever. It's fine. And then, of course, the opposite for him. So if we wanted to break even, we could... Okay, I got it. I understand what's going on. That's cool. Oh, sorry. I did that, but I didn't actually see what it did. Or at least I don't remember what it did. What does it do? Guaranteed first action at the start of the battle. Well, that could be useful. I don't feel like it's that impressive, but it's something. Only miners past this point, sir. We're clearing rubble from a collapsed tunnel. The rest of it may be unstable as a result. We cannot risk letting anyone through. Uh-huh. Likely story. Must have been a hard journey to get here. The roads to the mine aren't exactly well worn. Watch your step as you return home, my lord. I plan to. Despite the explosives collapsing one of the tunnels, mining appears to be on schedule. Running a mine, let alone one owned by 3 nations, is no easy task. The lack of unrest is a credit to Lord Dragan's leadership. To that end, indulge me with a hypothetical. Suppose you led this operation and an incident occurred. How would you respond? Seeing as it is a joint accord, I would resolve the matter peaceably with Hyzant and Esfrost's involvement. Not a bad call. I would hear the problem firsthand from the miners themselves. Issuing orders blindly from above leads to chaos. Also good. I would order an investigation into the cause and find the party or parties responsible. There must be no cause for bad blood between our nations. All three of those are nice. I think I'm going to go with the, I want to hear firsthand. I have no idea what I'm building myself toward, but hey, we're here for it. Meet the problem where it lives and deal with it directly. You've got a good head on your shoulders and an admirable desire to lead. However, you do not operate in isolation. I know. Izant and Esfrost will see it as their duty to participate in the mediation process. So it will be up to us to deftly navigate those waters. I shall bear that in mind. Yeah, I know. It was kind of a combination of, like, all three, to be honest. Alright, so I gotta talk to you two still. I'll talk to you first. I was right to come with you. I do believe we succeeded in lowering Dragan's guard. What? Dragan's guard? Well, but why? Why are we lowering his guard? It gladdens me to see a healthy contingent of miners from the Duchy alongside your brethren from Glenbrook. Yeah, well, there you have it. Alright, well, we've explored about all we could explore, and we're out of time. So we're going to break out the episode here. In the next episode, we shall end our exploration and move on with whatever horrible thing's going to happen next, or amazing great thing. Maybe the wedding. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, folks, till the very next episode, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.